Right now, professional golfers from all over the world are in Augusta, Georgia, and it is time for the Masters. Play already underway. I'm hearing now, thank you, James, Sergio Garcia on the leaderboard with 2 under par right now. It's the last 3 minutes or so that Scotty Scheffler has also teed off. He is the reigning champ. He won last year's Master. You can see him smiling there. We'll see if he can do it again this year. Joining me now, Sean Fairholm, staff writer for Global Golf Post. Good morning to you. I mentioned Sergio, mentioned Scotty, but the name I think we're all going to be talking about, at least on day one, is Tiger. He hasn't teed off yet. There is discussion this may be his last Masters. What do you anticipate to see from the golf great in the next few days?
Yeah, he's made the cut in 22 consecutive Masters appearances, which is pretty impressive. Last year when he came to the Masters, he hadn't competed in over 500 days, and we really didn't know what to expect from him. He miraculously made the cut and against really all odds. This year, I think expectations are slightly higher. He did play pretty well at Riviera earlier this year in Los Angeles at his home tournament, and now he has a chance to play well again and to perhaps make the cut this year at the Masters once again. It really is, miraculous that he's able to keep up this pace after everything that he's been through with his leg and his back. Just the fact that he is able to play and walk around this golf course, which is maybe the most difficult walk that a golfer could have, really is pretty miraculous.
No, it is remarkable. And I was just told Tiger is 1 over. He's through 4 holes at this point. What has been the biggest impact that we've seen on his game with the leg and back issues? As you watch him swing, you can clearly see it as you watch him walk.
I think it's stamina. When you watch him walk around the golf course, you could really see him kind of laboring. It's just very difficult for him to maintain that pace over 72 holes for 4 rounds of stroke play. Particularly this week, we could have some rain delays and some stops and starts, which could really impact him and that stiffness that he a lot of times has to deal with that maybe some of the younger players don't have to deal with.
Tiger has had such an impact on golf, and I'm not looking to push him into his next chapter before he's ready for it, but how does the game change when Tiger's on the other side of it? What do we see him doing?
I think we are seeing the game change. We have some young stars, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, some guys who are kind of taken that torch and really run with it. But I think this next period of Tiger's career, I think he's very honest that he's only going to be playing a few tournaments per year, maybe 3 or 4 events really the entire year, and kind of transitioning into that next phase of his life. His young son, Charlie, is a pretty good player as well, and he goes to a lot of tournaments as a dad now, and I think he's going to be transitioning to that period of his life. But it'll be interesting because he said that he doesn't want to be a ceremonial golfer, so he doesn't want to come out and shoot 76 and 77 and just kind of enjoy the walk. He wants to play to win, and he always has his entire career. So he could hang it up sooner than later. We don't really know.
Well, there's another storyline to this year's Masters, and that is going to be the LIV Golf factor. Do you expect a battle to play out on the course, or will the focus remain on golf, given some of what we've seen with some of these big players?
I think we're just happy that the focus is on golf right now. 18 of the 88 competitors here are LIV golfers, which is a pretty big percentage, actually. And it's probably the highest percentage we're ever going to see in the coming years, because some of them are qualified and will not be able to qualify in the future because of lack of world ranking points that LIV is not receiving right now. So I think everyone right now is just happy to focus on golf for the moment. There's not really any tension between the players, but I think all the fans and players as well want to see, do the LIV players actually come out and compete well and have success? Because a lot of them have been talking about how, it's more exhibition golf. It's not really serious golf. And are they able to transition that into the Masters, which is the biggest golf tournament in the world, really? Are they able to continue to play well from previous years? So we'll have to see. 6 of them are past champions of the Masters, so they've had some success here. But it'll be interesting to see whether they're able to maintain that pace, because a lot of them have not really been playing well on the LIV circuit and are now asked to kind of come into this arena that is the most serious golf in the world, really.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.